Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Flight Podcast. My name is Jacob Shanker.
And I'm Andrew Thomas.
Shut up and sit down.
Week 3 of the NFL is beginning, and it's going to be a pretty exciting week. We're going to see a QB battles, like 3 of them. We got Drew Brees and Aaron Rodgers, Lamar Jackson and Patrick Mahomes, which is going to be my favorite to watch. And then we got Dak Prescott and Russell Wilson. It's going to be crazy.
Yeah, Andrew's right. This is going to be a great week to watch football. And to start this week, me and Andrew are going to be doing something a bit different. We're going to be keeping score for every prediction we make for each NFL week for the rest of the year. And if we have the same predictions, obviously it's a tie. But whoever wins by the end of the NFL 2021 season, the loser has to pay the winner $5.
It's going to be an easy $5 for me. I know I'm going to win this. Best. Yep.
Definitely.
But yeah, it's going to be interesting. So let's start off our predictions today with the Jaguars-Dolphins game. Currently, it is halftime, and the Dolphins are winning 21-7. I'm going to start. I think that the Jaguars are going to come back. The Dolphins are going to pull a Falcons, and I think that Gardner Minshew has the talent to bring them back into the game. James Robinson is also having a good game. You have him on your fantasy bench in the first quarter. You're just like,
I am very disappointed that I put him on the bench. I should not have. I was thinking about putting him in, but then I was like, I don't know. Let's not. I didn't think compared to the other guys I got on my team with Alvin Kamara. So, but yeah, I mean, this game I could see Jaguars coming back, but at the same time, I could see Dolphins keeping this lead. I could see it going either way, but I'm leaning more towards Jaguars because we've been seeing in the past 2 weeks. I mean, we're seeing that they don't want to go they don't want to be a tanking team. They're already 1-1, which for them is great with all the players that they lost, including Calais Campbell, who is a big loss on their defense because he's amazing. And I mean, compared to from what they have this year and now what James Robinson is able to do, I think they have a great team right now.
Yep, Gardner Mitchell's a great QB.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to the 49ers-Giants game, which I'm not going to say is going to be the most exciting for one reason, injuries. Everyone is injured. I mean, mostly just for 49ers. Giants, their big guy, obviously, Saquon Barkley. If you didn't know, he was injured.
Towards ACL.
Prayers
up to him.
What are you doing? I mean,
recovery.
Yeah, I mean, but 49ers also took a big loss in week 2. Nick Bosa, Jimmy Garoppolo, Raheem Mostert, 3 of their big guys that got injured. Raheem Mostert, who was on my fantasy team, and he was doing really well with 18 points in the first half. But
in our league, he had 19 points.
And I mean, he was
the second quarter.
He was great.
Good game,
yeah. He was amazing the first game also. But, I mean, it's going to be a big loss for the 49ers, but I could still see them winning over Giants, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I know I don't like saying that, but yeah.
Yeah, I got 49ers also. Let's go on to the Washington football team, not to be confused with your local football team, in case it's Washington.
I'm going to always call them the Redskins. I mean, for the rest of my life, no matter what they change their name to, they're the Redskins for me.
Yeah. Unless they change it to something kind of cool. And then we got the Browns on the other side. I picked the Browns. Baker Mayfield is kind of mediocre. He's definitely I don't know why he got I know why he got the number 1 pick, but he's not playing like it now.
No.
But I do think that the football team or the Redskins are kind of bad, very bad actually. I think that the Browns are going to take this win. Not because they're good, but because they're better.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you about the Baker Mayfield thing. I mean, he's just hasn't been that great of a talent. We haven't really been able to see him have that great year in the past 3 years. I mean, even this year for the first 2 games hasn't really been that great. I mean, I know they're 1-1, but that's mostly because of OBJ, Nick Chubb, those guys that really helped them pull together last year. I still have Browns winning this game though, because I mean, it's the football team, the Redskins, whatever. Their offense, I think, is one of the worst in the league. Definitely top 3 worst. Their defense, however, is not terrible. I think their defensive line is very underrated. I think Chase Young is going to be a spectacular player. I think he was the best player in the draft, and we've already seen it. In the past 2 weeks, he has been one of the leaders in sacks. Look, I mean, your first year, rookie year, I mean, come on, that's insane.
Pretty good. It's very good.
It's very good. All right, let's move on to Eagles Bengals. Um, I got Eagles. I mean, Bengals, even though I think they are a great team, Joe Burrow, I don't really think he has enough. I really don't think he's going to play the first overall type season like this season. I could see him over time becoming a really great quarterback, but I really think he's going to be a bit overhyped and not be as good as everyone thinks he is going to be at around draft time. Everyone was saying, but I do think that the Eagles are going to come out. I do see Miles Sanders having a great game. So Eagles is my pick. Who do you got, Andrew?
I have the Bengals. I don't think it's going to be. I think it's going to be actually very close. I think that Joe Burrow is going to have a good game. I think he'll have a good season. Maybe not like a number one overall pick should have, but I think he'll be a pretty good quarterback for a rookie.
I mean, the one thing for me is that he doesn't like. Obviously, he's got Joe Mixon, AJ Green. I mean, those guys are great, but and Tyler Boyd. But I feel like if he wants to really excel, he's got to have better options.
That's true.
Yep.
I got the Bengals though because not because Joe Burrow is going to have a great game, but because Carson Wentz is probably not going to do great. He's not having a great season so far in the past 2
He hasn't
years.
been having a great season, but that's mostly because of their injuries on the Eagles, on their offensive line. They lost one and two of their biggest players on the team. I mean, that's a big thing, and yeah, I could see why you say Bengals are going to win this. But at the same time, I still think that the Eagles are a much better team. I think their defense is better. Miles Sanders is a great player, and I think he's going to stand out this game. So
Yeah, Miles
I
Sanders
got
is really
Eagles.
good.
Let's move on to the next game.
Raiders, Patriots. I got Patriots. I got to give it up to the Raiders. They're doing great. Derek Carr, Josh Jacobs.
Yep.
Beating the Saints, upsetting them. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, that's extremely impressive. I think they're going to be a very underrated team this week. I really think that they have a good chance at making the playoffs.
Yeah, I think they'll make the wild card probably.
I think they have a chance. I'm not sure. I mean, we'll see how their schedule plays out throughout the rest of the year. But I mean, I still got Patriots winning. Cam Newton has really been great with Bill Belichick and that whole system. Um, I really think they're going to have a good season. Definitely making the playoffs. We'll see how far they get.
Yep, Cam Newton's doing great. I have him on my fantasy team.
Yeah, yeah. All right, let's move on.
Happy.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to the next game. Falcons and Bears. I got Falcons on this one. Hopefully they don't do what they did last week and what they've done time and time again. If you're a Falcons fan, I want to apologize for all the disappointments you've had in the past few years. But they do have a good team. That's the thing. They do have a good team. Matt Ryan's great. Calvin Ridley, Julio Jones, Todd Gurley. They do have a good team. I just think they just are not able to finish. And I don't think it's them. I think it's their coach. He needs to be fired. He's not making the right plays, and he's one of the sole reasons why they lost that game to the Cowboys. They screwed up, and he screwed up.
Yep, I got the Falcons,
Mhm.
and Calvin Ridley has just been phenomenal. I think he's averaging 30 points on fantasy, which is ridiculous. Number one receiver for that.
Yeah.
I think he's going to have a good game, also because the Bears aren't a phenomenal team. And even if the Bears went down by 27, or, well, that's too much, or 17, I don't think Mitch Trubisky would be able to lead that offense to a good comeback.
Yeah, I mean, we saw it against the Lions, but then again, it's the Lions. And people are saying, "Oh, they're doing so good this year." Like I have a lot of friends that are Bears fans. Oh, they're doing so good. They're 2-0. People are forgetting they played the Lions and the Giants. They did have a good comeback against that Lions, but it's the Giants. I mean, I'm a big Giants fan, but come on.
Yep. Also, if you have Allen Robinson the second on your fantasy team, put him in. The Falcons do not have a great defense. He's going to have a good game, and he had his first 2 games were quiet. He's going to do great this game.
Yeah,
I have him in mind, so hopefully he does good.
All right, let's move on
Let's
to
go
the
on
next game.
to Rams Bills. I got the Bills. The Rams and Bills both have good defense.
Hmm.
It comes down to the offense, I think. I think Josh Allen is going to have a good game to continue on his great season.
Yeah.
I think that it's going to be a close game. I'm looking forward to watching that one too.
Oh yeah, I think the Rams have been surprisingly better than last year. I mean, their defense has been better, their offense has been better, which has kind of surprised me. Without Todd Gurley, I mean, I know he hasn't been as good as he was 2 years ago, but I still think he's a solid running back that can still help your team. But
Yes, definitely
Jared
so.
Goff has been definitely doing well with Cooper Cup, Robert Woods, definitely doing what he can be doing, and Aaron Donald, just a beast. But I think overall, yeah, Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs have been one of the best quarterback wide receiver duos we have seen in the NFL. So I got Bills this game. Yep.
Yep, good prediction.
All right, let's move on to Texans and Steelers. I'm going to say a hot take for this, but Texans will not make the playoffs.
I agree.
I am
I-
saying this because of DeAndre Hopkins leaving. Deshaun Watson, even though he has that top 5 quarterback talent, we've seen him last year and years before. We've seen him been able to do that, but he lost a top 3 wide receiver. He's not going to do as well. Will Fuller, who was his number 1 guy, 0 fantasy points. Nothing. I thought he wasn't playing, and then it turned out he was. That is terrible. But for this game, Steelers again, they are another team that I would look out for because they have been great. Offense, defense, great. Juju, Ben Roethlisberger, James Conner, overall great team. So I got Steelers winning this game.
Yep, it's going to be tough to get the wild card in the AFC with the Steelers, Raiders, and Patriots. Probably those are the 3 teams that are most likely to get the wild card.
Yeah,
But
it's gonna
I
be
also
tough.
have the Steelers. Steelers have a phenomenal defense. Ben Roethlisberger, he's old, but he's still capable. And James Conner is also probably going to have a good game. I have him on my bench because I think Allen Robinson is going to do better, but I still think James Conner will have a good game.
Yeah, I still think he'll have a solid week. I think he'll have a solid year overall. Nothing too amazing, but I don't think he'll have a bad year either. He's just going to have a good year. Let's go on to the next game.
Titans Vikings. This one is a tough one for me in the beginning for my thoughts, but then I thought Kirk Cousins had 3 interceptions, 0 touchdowns.
That was, yeah, that was one of the worst games.
Horrible. It
That was a terrible
oh
game by the
my
Vikings.
goodness, awful.
It was terrible.
So I'm going with the Titans. Titans. Ryan Tannehill, Derrick Henry. They're gonna have a good game. I think that they're gonna win this. They better win this.
Yeah, I mean that game. I don't know what was going on with Kirk Cousins. He was
Awful.
just not able to do well.
He was horrible.
And it's not like it was against the Ravens or the 49ers or the Patriots where their defense is so good. It was against the Colts. Come on.
Yeah.
I like Kirk Cousins. I like Dalvin Cook. I like Adam Thielen. They were terrible. They were not good. Another hot take, which I think they could make the playoffs, but at the same time, I would not be surprised if they didn't. They have not been that same team without Stephon Diggs. I don't know why.
Yep,
And again, the one thing, they got to play Dalvin Cook more.
Yeah, because first off, he'll get me more fantasy points. He's my best running back.
I knew you were going to say that. I knew you were going to say
Yeah, you know it. You know it.
Yep.
Let's head on to you introduce this one.
Yeah, Chargers, Panthers. Chargers. Without Christian McCaffrey, Panthers are pretty much just not. They're just below average team. They're already a below average team. Well, an average team at this point, but they're just not going to do as well. Definitely. Chargers, Justin Herbert. He's going to be a stud. He was going to be great. That game against the Chiefs, he was really good.
Yep.
He was really good.
But hopefully Keenan Allen doesn't have a good game because, again, he's on my bench.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I would consider starting him, but yeah, it's up to you.
Yep.
All right, let's go into the next game.
Jets, Colts. I got Colts. Phillip Rivers, the main man. He's got this.
Yeah, I don't think there's much to say about this because Jets are probably the worst team in the league. I mean, I'm not just saying that because they're the rival to my Giants, but they're not good. They lost a lot. Jamal Adams was their
Jamal Adams, yeah.
best player, and they just lost him. And Robbie Anderson. So I give this one to the Colts. Let's go on to the Cowboys and Seahawks, which is going to be so much fun to watch. Russell
So much.
Wilson, Dak Prescott. Dak had such a good game. I know you don't like Dak Prescott a lot, but he had a really good game.
Well, I got respect for him after what Skip Bayless said to him, and then I learned, Dak Prescott's going through a rough time. So I'm rooting for him. Now I'm rooting for him. I still don't like the Cowboys, but I'm rooting for Dak. Hopefully he does pretty good.
Yep.
That was a monster game. 40 fantasy points, a ton of yards. He had a great game. Hopefully he can continue that so we can see the Russell Wilson-Dak Prescott duel.
Yeah, I expect this game to be really good as they both have exceptional offenses. I mean, the Cowboys with Zeke, Amari Cooper, CeeDee Lamb, Dak, and now the Seahawks with DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, Chris Carson, and obviously Russ. But overall, I got the Seahawks because
I also have the Seahawks. Russell
big
Wilson's
thing-
going to continue his MVP play, and DK
Yes.
Metcalf is going to be phenomenal.
yes, yeah, that's a big part. But also, I think their defense is also going to be a component because one of the biggest things for the Cowboys is their receivers. They have one of the best receiving cores in the league. And I think now that they got Jamal Adams and they have Bobby Wagner, that is going to be a stop to that Cowboys offense. So I got Seahawks in this game.
Yep. Hopefully Seahawks win.
Yep.
Next, Lions and Cardinals. I have the Cardinals. Kyler Murray, DeAndre Hopkins, Kenyon Drake. Hopefully Kenyon Drake has a good game.
Yep.
The Cardinals are probably going to win this. Matthew Stafford, I had him in my top 10 QBs. Not really living up to that right now.
No, unfortunately, but we'll see how he does the rest of the season. But I told Andrew before this, and I would not be surprised that by the end of this season, Kyler Murray and DeAndre Hopkins will be a top 3 quarterback wide receiver duo. Mark my words, they will be amazing. We've seen it so far in the past 2 games that they know what they're doing.
Yep.
This is a perfect fit for DeAndre Hopkins.
Yep, and Kyler Murray's just been performing really well.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's go to Buccaneers and Broncos. I got Buccaneers, and it's not the one reason. I mean, the only reason is because Drew Lock is going to be injured. The Broncos don't really have a quarterback. And I think the Broncos are also another very underrated team this year. I think they got a great offense, a great defense, but they definitely lost out because of Von Miller and Drew Lock. But obviously the Buccaneers have a great offense. Leonard Fournette, Tom Brady, Chris Godwin, Mike Evans. I mean, the list goes on and on. It's crazy the amount of star power they have on offense, but I got Bucs winning it.
Yep, I also have the Buccaneers, basically, for what you said, star power, Mike Evans, Tom Brady.
Yep.
Chris Godwin, they're going to be good.
Yep. All right, let's get into
Packers Saints.
Yep.
This is going to be crazy.
This is going to be a
Drew Brees,
game.
Aaron Rodgers. It's a tough one.
The big duo.
But without Michael Thomas, Drew Brees is going to lose. Aaron Jones is going to have another good game, and Aaron Rodgers is just going to be, like Stephen A. Smith says, he's a bad man. Aaron Rodgers is so good.
He is.
Disrespected. He's on a rampage.
I will say that I was wrong about Aaron Rodgers and Drew Brees. I think the big reason why Drew Brees is not doing as well is because Michael Thomas is out, right? If Michael Thomas was in, he probably would be doing better. But what we've seen so far, I mean, here's the thing. The Saints have the options. They got Alvin Kamara, Emmanuel Sanders, Jared Cook, all of which can catch the ball and can go for yardage. But Drew Brees has just not been able to connect as much, especially in that Raiders game. So, yeah, I got Packers, especially if Devontae Adams plays, which I really hope he plays because he's on my team. And I love that man for getting 40 points in week 1.
So good.
He's amazing. So, yeah, I got Packers right now winning it. And now for the big game that everybody in football will be anticipating is the Chiefs and Ravens game, which could be the AFC Championship.
Could be.
Could be. It might be.
Hopefully Lamar Jackson doesn't choke like he did last year.
All right. I want to hear what you got.
I have the Chiefs. People are saying that the Ravens have a great defense. They do have a great defense. But Patrick Mahomes is the best player in the world. And he may have not had a great game 2, or he wasn't himself game 2. But this game, he's going to do great. Travis Kelce's going to have a good game. Tyreek Hill might even have a good game. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, I love that guy. He's going to do pretty good. I got the Chiefs, but this is going to be such a good game to watch. Like, I'm really happy that this game is happening.
Yeah. I mean, you know what I'm going to say.
Yep.
Ravens.
Yep. I think the Chiefs are better. I think the Ravens are better.
Yeah. It's not because I love Lamar Jackson so much. No. I do love him a lot. He's amazing. But in the past 2 weeks, even they played the Browns, the Texans, and both of those games completely demolished, blew them out, especially against the Browns. They destroyed the Browns. It was 38-6. Oh my God. Is Lamar Jackson good? Is that defense good? They are unbelievable.
Yeah.
They are nuts. And there's nothing bad with their game. They have a top 3 defense and they have a top 3 offense. The Chiefs defense is not bad. I think it's probably top 10, but it's definitely not better than the Ravens. And obviously that Chiefs offense, I mean, it's probably the best.
That's all I got to say. And Travis Kelce.
Yeah, it's probably the best. They definitely have so much star power, even more now with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Like you said, he's really great. But I could still see Lamar Jackson because no defense can know what he's going to do. Obviously, yeah, Patrick Mahomes, you could say the same thing. But Lamar Jackson is more different in the way that you don't know if he's going to run or if he's going to throw it for 60 yards. He could do either. Obviously, Patrick Mahomes can do the same thing, but Lamar Jackson can do it more. He can run the ball. He's pretty much a running back. I mean, we saw it last year. He probably have a similar season this year. So I got Ravens winning this game, but not by much.
Yep, it's going to be a good game, but I got the Chiefs.
Yep. That's all for today, everyone.
Feel free to comment down below what your thoughts are on our predictions and who you think is going to have a better record this week, me or Jacob. Choose me because you know I'm better.
Absolutely not. See you guys next time.